we've been working with Viziki from almost since beginning, and we love it. Um, of course, as an entrepreneur, all the days are not the same. But the energy is the same, and we love this journey more because of the interactions and learnings we have than just being something you're just earning through. Uh, the journey is great. We have been in logistics place. We started off with one city. Today, we are in more than 300 plus cities in the country, almost covering 25 states. In fact, this festive season, I believe we have touched every state in the country. And the logistics play, especially for the B2B enterprise side, has been growing, and post-COVID, it has come back. In fact, bounced back much more. And we are happy to serve all kinds of commerce, whether e-commerce, social commerce, quick commerce. Along with that, the traditional, manufacturing, textiles, pharmaceuticals, even the heavy industries. So recently, we started with heavy industries actually, and and being a city logistics player, we get opportunity to make an impact to a very marginalized community, because these truck drivers and others are just independent owner drivers and entrepreneurs, and they go through a lot of hardship. And we are bringing sustainability by offering electric vehicle variants. And it's not just replacing the diesel, it's a complete change management, because in here you have to make sure that you get the right capacity, right charging network, right, and also the right route and delivery options, and the team has to be trained. So we have been doing our part of it to bring the sustainable transport to the country, and we are completely with all kinds of Make in India programs. So yeah, a journey has been great. We were able to do two acquisitions, and recently we acquired Porter's FMCG business, and we are about 200 members strong today. Um, and we'd love to actually continue this and make it the largest city logistics player in the country, and take over in other countries too. I know PR is quite powerful, and it all depends on how you play around it. What we see is to give a right message about the company, right message about the product we do, as well as get into the right industry, right? So this is where we focus more, and yeah, PR in specifically when it comes to investors and others, that becomes yeah, I have read about this organization and it's very credible, right? So this credibility is what actually brings into the forum. On the business perspective, of course, it's a different type of PR we need to do. But however, today we are focused mainly on to getting on to the right messaging about the both on the initiatives what Cogos takes up, as well as the product and market we serve. Yeah, I mean, being a B2B space, right? Definitely, these are much more educated customers, okay, as an enterprise. And we definitely try to look in different trends which are happening in the industry, and that's where data comes into play, right? So we check out all the latest buzz, which is and see if we are making rightful impact, and try to choose a journalist or a publication which we could meet and reach out. And I do have help. I have some people in house which actually who help me out in this journey, and that's how we try to get the right coverage. I would give the best example is our acquisition, right? So the purpose of that getting onto the PR is just to not show that we acquired something. It's not for the show off, but it also to show to the industry that there is continuity. It's not like Porter has vacated and what happens to the business, right? So we took it as an integrated campaign. We went on to work along with Porter to have a kind of a joint press release, and similarly, we did it on our side on a couple of stories to find out, which journalist is covering the FMCG as well as the challenges around the city logistics for the FMCG market. And it gave us great results because we were reached out by many of the other FMCG companies, as well as interestingly, there are many companies who reached out to us asking if we are interested to take over their business. So one acquisition leading to the other, right? Of course, we had a few fruitful conversations. We are looking forward. If everything goes well, will probably take over more. But the intent here was to get the message clear that Cogos is here to stay. It's actually going on a big task, and making huge updates and upgrades in FMCG industry. And we have actually taken over from a respectful company, Porter, and we are having a continuity of business in that. So this was the major target. We went on to create this campaign apart from the press release, and did stories around that, and that definitely did help us to pass the message in the market. I don't have a magical metric yet, to be honest, but I'm definitely looking at, as I said, what the competition is looking at, who is writing what's the story which is coming out in the industry, right? So those would be the interesting things we would look at, and the scores of them. That's the metric I see. And apart from that, also what are the trends which is happening? That's one of the data point we look at. So as I said before, I don't know if it's a magic metric, but it's a kind of a wish, because data, helps is not able to help us to identify the story opportunity. Okay, but we know if a journalist has already covered that, definitely they would not cover it again. So where else we will find out this opportunity is something that will be great and amazing, rather than reaching out, figuring it out for a very long time. So that will definitely help from the data point. But yes, data does help us, as I told you, the industry trends, competition, and all that. Yeah. I mean, if anybody who has the wish to be an entrepreneur, I tell only one thing: just get on to not just thinking, start acting on it. Right? If you have an idea, and you think that this is the idea for the market, and you have enough confidence and data to it, just go into it and start selling it. That's the only way you get to know if there is real interest in the market. It should not be sitting in the brain, but it has to get into the market. So I would say that if you're a product, don't get into deep into creating that product and then try to find out the market, but just make an MVP, make a UI mock-up if you want to just show that. If not, just drawing on a paper should be good enough, and start selling it out. If there are people enough buying into your idea and ready to actually give you business, nothing like it. Funds will automatically flow to you.